He's running.
The car, show me your hands!
It's successful.
Get your hands off that gear!
Policing is often referred to as a series of adrenaline rushes and adrenaline dumps. Sometimes those adrenaline rushes are going to a retail theft call and having to chase the suspect on foot, then chasing that car in a vehicle pursuit, then pitting that vehicle out. This is one of those.
He's running.
This is Abby.
Stop the car! Stop the car! Show me your hands! Stop the car! Show me your hands!
High level stuff here. Rarely do we arrive at an in progress call. When they call it in progress, super high level. A lot of times we get there after the situation is already done and we're looking for the suspect. This is in progress. And then to approach that vehicle like that, we don't know if the suspect's going to engage the officer with gunfire. So it's incredibly dangerous to rush in like that, but I can understand why the officer did it, but that's a high level of danger.
Adam Paul William, 8066.
This is Abby.
A near collision.
5-4. All squads. 2 suspects inside. Male black driver. White male suspect passenger seat.
Another near collision here. As a sergeant, when I'm listening to this, and the sergeant's responsibility is to monitor, is it worth for the pursuit to continue going? You want the officer given his direction of travel, the speed, traffic conditions, the weather conditions, all those things come into play. And what's the classification of crime? Should we let this continue when you have these near collisions? The rate of speed is important.
We are northbound Appleton passing vehicle. Switching over to pursuit.
10-4-13, are you copying?
In pursuit, northbound Appleton. From Walmart. Speeds are 85. No traffic, roads are dry.
This is Abby.
Another near collision. The car goes off the road. What is the classification of crime? This initially started as a retail theft. Do we want to still keep chasing? That's the question that's constantly going to be in the officer's mind and in the sergeant supervisor who's monitoring this mind.
Getting back on Appleton, coming up to Landon. He drove through the ditch, continuing pursuit.
738, I'll attempt pit on landing here if speeds are appropriate.
Okay, you heard the officer mention pit. I'll land it here if the speeds are appropriate. It's important to understand. Policy matters when it comes to pit. There are certain speeds where a pit pursuit intervention technique is permissible. The pit is where the officer matches the speed of the vehicle, turns into the vehicle, pushes the vehicle, and spins it so that it's out of control. You must be certified in pit. The interesting part of pit is that you have to sit in a car and get pitted a certain number of times, and you realize how jarring, discombobulating it is to be in a vehicle that gets pitted, and that's why a lot of times the disorientation of the driver is incredibly helpful in addition to the vehicle being pitted out. But speeds matter.
Getting on 40, cell phone from land, 7-2 bed. Hit on the cell phone on ramp.
Get your hands up! Show me your hands now! Hands! Hands!
Your hands!
Get your hands up! Show me your hands! Don't move! Don't reach! Do not reach for anything! Do not reach for anything!
This is Abby from Fountain, Maine. Abby.
He just hit my squad with the stuff he's throwing into the window.
713, just for 43, the whole rear of the car is hanging off.
Still southbound, leaving out of traffic. Speed 90.
The number of people they put in danger by running from the police is really unacceptable.
Slowing down here. It's able to unpit it.
Affirmative, pit him, pit him.
Abby to the booth.
Pit successful.
It's successful.
Put your hands up!
Put your hands up!
Get your hands off that gear! Don't move! Hands out the window, passenger!
2 occupants, hands up. High risk stop.
Roll out the window!
High risk stop. Can you confirm a 1020?
Stay in the car, you're gonna get shot! Then don't run! Show me your hands and don't move.
147, 107.
Passengers getting out, not compliant, drinking energy drinks.
713.
I'm getting a dog out. Come on.
The dog is coming out.
All right, here.
Watch him. Watch him. Stop! Walk towards me! Listen to him! Walk towards me!
I don't want the dog.
Take 5 steps to your right!
Please be careful. I haven't told her.
Driver! Open your door! Open your door! Open your door! Get all the hands up! Get back here! You should have thought about that a while ago. Get out of the right hand! Crash, I'm coming to you. No, I'm not. Get out of the car with your hands up. Yes, please. Walk towards me. Coming to you. All right, hands in.
Southbound 147, 107.
Down. Just listen to him.
Turn around.
I'll get lethal if you want to. Walk backwards.
Go ahead and drop that deal. Put your hands behind your back.
Is there anybody else in the car?
Sorry, what?
Is there anybody else in the car?
In custody. A couple things to talk about. When people hear that canine barking like that, you don't want to get bit. And if he let that dog loose, that dog would have ate his behind up. They don't want that. And if you notice, the subject was saying, please, I don't want the dog to bite me. It's interesting that he's drinking his energy drinks. They want to get their last puff off of their vape because they know they're going to jail. But there are a lot of other things that may come into play into this, because the reason that people do these types of thefts is usually to support a habit.
Sir, have a seat.
Could you please?
Have a seat.
Why do you have to be like that, man?
Why do I have to be like
can't
that?
you-
Have a fucking seat.
I am trying to get in, man. My hands are twisted. Don't be a dickhead.
Who's being the d***? Anything on you? Weapons? Needles? Knives?
Let me just talk about that exchange really quickly. The officer is amped up still from this pursuit, and he's starting to come down. The suspect is now inside the car, and he knows he's going to jail. And so he's up a little bit, and he's expecting that now that he's being cool, for the officer to all of a sudden just shut everything off and be Mr. Congeniality. That doesn't always happen with this high, super high adrenaline that just shot through this officer. And all these people's lives that you put in danger, and now you want to turn it all off, and then you expect the police officer to be able to immediately turn it off. It takes some time. It takes some deep breaths, and people have to understand that.
How do you open your trunk?
There's a button underneath, like in the middle of it. There's nothing in there.
Dispatch.
Could you please loosen these cuffs?
Hold on.
They're extremely tight, man. I apologize.
You made this decision right
Okay,
now,
now
okay?
that- okay.
We will get to it.
Listen, now that
We will get to it, okay?
Listen, man, I'm sorry. I should have. It's a folded piece of paper. You guys can test it if you want to. Just left it in there.
There's nothing in there? I don't want to touch it with my bare hands.
There's not.
There is something?
There's nothing in
Oh,
it.
okay. You shook your head. That's why.
No.
Hold on, Jesse. I gotta wait for another officer here.
He's been searched.
Would you take a look at this little kind of metal bar here that's on the front of the patrol car? That's a pit bar that helps execute the pit better. Most police cars don't have them, but a lot of them do. When you execute the pit, it's easier to push the car over and doesn't cause damage to your vehicle.
Were the items thrown?
Electric monitor.
Checking 41 back in there.
There's stuff everywhere. There's rocks, energy drinks. I didn't see anything.
Sausages, the way it looked, I don't know what those were.
Are you right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm going to call it out, and I'm going to say, is this officer to himself, is he in his optimal shape? Is he ready to be in the fight of his life? And this is not me fat shaming or whatever you want to call it. He has to answer to himself, am I in the shape to be in the fight of my life? Because in every shift that can potentially occur.
Wait, hold.
Step out here, I said.
Feet first. Let me hold on. I'm a big boy, man. I gotta come out.
Well, you should have made big boy decisions then, correct? Do not move at all. You move and have a seat.
Just trying to turn.
Don't turn your heads. It's gonna hurt.
It's crooked, man. It's like digging in now. I'm telling you.
My supervisor can even look.
Those are perfect.
Have a seat.
It's digging
That's
in,
textbook.
man. I promise.
It's
man.
textbook.
Can I sit like this at least? It's like cutting into my wrist.
There's damage to the pit bar of Sean's. Zach's looks alright.
He backed in my squad too, but I don't see any damage.
He backed into it?
So the search is going to be interesting because I'm getting some indicators these guys might have substance abuse challenges, and the search of the car is going to really matter. But I think it's going to get even more interesting because they're going to be heading to jail with them shortly.
Hey, do you have all the photos? There's a pipe right here.
There's a what?
Pipe dispatch.
Okay. No, I just did overall.
Oh, do you want me to do it on? Should I take it on a separate phone?
Yeah, that's fine.
I have another question.
What?
There is a tin in there. Okay, it's basically like a metal bucket that contains ashes of my mom.
Okay.
If my brother comes to get like anything, would he be able to get that and the keys for the vehicle?
Where is it at?
So the tin should be in the back, I believe, either on the seat or on the floor, and then the keys for the vehicle. Because apparently last time, I need to give you guys or let you guys know that if he comes to get anything, that he has permission to grab whatever.
There's a white powder in that.
Yeah, is there a tin or something? You said it's mom's ashes? Those are from my guy.
They're not the vehicle?
I don't think so.
You just want to take them? Oh, sorry.
So when the officers are doing these searches, having gloves on is really, really important. You heard the officer earlier mention, hey, what's in this paper? I don't want to touch it. Because fentanyl intoxication from just the tactile, the touching, is a thing. And it's happened to officers, and not just fentanyl, other substances as well. But finding ashes of a cremation is actually not that uncommon. I've found them before, and I've actually been on burglary calls and found that people stole them thinking that they were something else because they were inside of some type of container. It's really interesting how often police actually encounter cremation remains.
Is this all their stuff too? This belt and light?
I took that off for this guy.
Okay.
He's got like 2 or 3 sweatshirts on.
No, he slowed down and gave us a second.
Now that you guys are all pit certified now.
Yeah, he slowed down and gave us a second pit, so we took it right away. So it worked out pretty good. I guess this is how's it going? Can you just give me a couple minutes to finish the search? I guess this is a pretty felony theft suspect that they've been looking for all over our county.
So I call it out, the ponytail in a bun for the tactical perspective. She looks like she's in very good shape, but why leave that there so a suspect could grab it or gets caught going over a fence or anything like that? Be ready to be the best that you can possibly be for your shift. And in my opinion, having the hair up is the best way to do it.
He was throwing rocks out at us and stuff.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. He was trying to break her windshields, whipping rocks, energy drinks. Yeah, I mean, they're literally, those big rocks are bouncing around on a interstate. Yeah, because I'm like, what the heck is that? Because we saw him throwing energy drinks, but he stole all energy drinks. And also I'm like, dude's whipping rocks, and they weren't small. I guess this is mom's ashes.
Maybe he keeps it in there. Keeps it safe.
Oh, it actually does look like ashes.
Maybe mom really liked it. I don't know.
Yep, for sure, it's ashes.
Let's talk about this for a second. There's got to be some degree of respect that one has for their deceased parent, where they're not carrying around their ashes in a Crown Royal bag, running from the police and this dirty tin can. Send this to someone who would possibly do something this horrific. I mean, I believe that this person's mother remains deserve more respect than what he did by leaving him in a car and running from the police.
There's no body in here, at least.
At least he didn't try to throw that at you guys.
Yeah. Well, the rock, I don't know what's worse. There was a bag, empty baggie that had a little bit of residue, and then there was
I'm sure they threw whatever else
Yeah.
got out.
and then there was another,
Did you say there was 2 other people in the store, or these are the 2?
these are the 2. Jesse, there were some phones in the car. We're trying to establish property on who. None of these are yours? Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Hey, I want to apologize to you too for my actions. I put you in danger, and I apologize.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, this is,
At least nobody got hit by, I mean, yeah.
Do you see the body language and how he's moving in that kind of lethargic manner? That is very indicative of a person who usually is an opiate user. I don't know that he is, but through my training experience, a person who utilizes opiates very often acts like that.
How did you drive to Germantown? Like just out the road? Or
Yeah,
did he say drive me there?
No, we're just driving around and decided to stop by.
Okay. So then you guys get to Fleet Farm eventually. What happens? Is he?
Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, I don't.
Okay. So you got out of the car and you just stayed in the car?
Yeah, I stayed in the car.
Did you know he was going in to steal stuff?
No, absolutely not.
So when he got out of the store, he was running from us. Did he say anything to you when you got in the car?
Well, when he got in the car, he was saying, go, go, go. And I had dozed off for a minute. So when I woke up, I was kind of lethargic. I thought somebody was trying to attack him.
Okay.
And so.
Any drugs in the car?
There shouldn't be. I know that there's, evidence of it being in there. But.
Like what?
Like, for instance, there's like, that he made that he has a pipe in it, that you know what I mean?
That was his? Or that's yours?
The paper that was taken out of my pocket had previously contained.
Yeah, there's some residue in there a little bit.
Yeah.
So he says that he has, and I'm going to try to get around any kind of censorship here, the H drug, also called smack. Let me explain this to you. There is a thing called being dope sick, and people who take opiates know exactly what this means. And I've seen it, and I have firsthand experienced the challenges of a person going through the throes of dope sickness. What that is the withdrawals from that feels like death to them. They have explained to me on many occasions that they would rather die than go through that feeling again. That's why one of the reasons it's so hard to kick. The other thing is they are willing to do just about anything to get away from the police, not because they want to run from the police, but because they don't want to be dope sick. And cops know that if you're interacting with a person who has an opioid addiction and they're going to go to jail, that is a person who's very likely going to run or snitch because they don't want to go to jail. Dope sickness is a real thing, and it's something that can be incredibly dangerous to police. If you know someone who is going through some kind of substance abuse issue and they could go down this trail where they're going to have their mother's ashes desecrated that way in the back of a car in a Crown Royal bottle and run from the police and end up in jail, send this video to them. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and there should be a video on your screen. Click on that video for more content just like this.